and welcome to today's show. I'm very excited for what we've got in store for you. And with a focus on the business environment, I brought in some specialist guests which are here to discuss a number of different topics. I'll now introduce them to you. On the right side of me, we've got Nell. So Nell, do you want to tell the audience what you've got in store for today?
Thank you, Emily. So today I'm going to do an investigation about whether multinational companies are being ethical in the workplace.
That sounds very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone's opinions are on that. If anyone has any thoughts throughout the show, feel free to tweet us. We'll be looking forward to hearing your comments. So next we've got Elaine. Do you want to tell everyone what you're talking about?
Hello everyone, thank you Emily. Today I will inform you about the advantages and disadvantages of globalisation in the business world today.
I'm excited to hear that because I feel like there's a lot of rumours about businesses, and I think we should clear that up in today's show.
Yeah.
I think that'd be quite productive. And Louise, what are you here to talk about?
I'm going to be focusing on the effect of the financial crisis, which is a big event in the world that changed the whole business.
I'm excited to see if that's still impacting us now. Okay, shall we begin?
Yeah.
Would you begin to start?
Yeah, sure. In 2008, there was a major financial crisis, maybe the biggest we've known in our society. It can be argued that there was two main causes to that financial crisis. Either a management cause, either an economic cause.
Yeah.
It affected the world and changed something about the role of business in our society. I think that the financial crisis taught us some valuable lessons about risk management in a way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree with that as well.
It has damaged the world, especially in human resources management, as we know, as many people lost their job.
Yeah,
For sure, it's affected all of us.
But I think that the main thing is that globalization is the main reason that the financial crisis got so global and that it affected the whole world.
And do you think that were any of you directly, affected by the financial crisis? Did any of you suffer financially or in any other way, or did you manage to pull through okay?
I think everyone was affected greatly by it, but others could cope with it easier.
Yeah.
If you have any personal stories and how the financial crisis affected you, we'd love to hear them, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So if you tweet or email us, that would be great. So should we move on to globalisation? I think that's probably quite fitting right now. So Elaine,
I mean,
you all
know that. Yeah, I mean, you all know that globalisation is a process of interaction when people and companies worldwide in a global context, and it has loads of advantages and also loads of disadvantages. I mean, it has the potential to solve problems such as unemployment. It creates so many jobs globally and helps out less developed countries. It gives them a chance to develop economically. On the other side though, I mean, you go to, it has so many disadvantages. I feel like when you go to Hong Kong or America or Africa, I mean, there's McDonald's, let's say for example, everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere. Yeah. So I don't know how authentic it helps.
I understand. It's not fun going on holiday. You want to have experience their culture, their food, and then you get the same Starbucks you get.
I think there are a lot of mixed messages about globalisation, especially for younger people. I think there's a lot of mixed signals whether it's right or wrong, and it's hard for a lot of people to come to that balance of accepting whether it is right or wrong.
And as the years go on, I feel like all the younger generations, they don't know any better than all these brands worldwide.
I agree.
I agree. Totally agree.
In terms of ethics, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I found out something quite surprising the other day. Quick fact for you, everybody. Did you know that 88% of respondents are more likely to want to work for a company that's considered ethical or socially responsible?
That's amazing.
Do any of you work for companies that are ethical?
I think I do, but I don't know. We kind of my company tries to advertise the fact that we actually ethical to get more customers.
But I think there's always the argument that no company is truly ever going to be ethical.
I understand what you're
I
saying.
think with everything in life, I think there's no perfect solution or no perfect answer. So I can see why people struggle to accept.
I just think it's important we all do our own part. For example, do not wear makeup that's tested on animals. You don't understand how these animals are being treated. That's another very big issue right now in this world. It's very personal to me as I'm a big animal lover and a vegan.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people, especially a lot of viewers, who would agree with that. I think that, a lot of people feel strongly, and especially, around Christmas time, maybe try and buy, presents that, not only are going to educate, but, they're, friendly to environment as well.
They take it deeply into consideration.
It's a topic closely linked with globalisation, don't you agree? As for example, cheap labor abroad is something that's taken for granted in a lot of countries.
Yeah, many companies go overseas to.
Yeah. So why would this happen?
Factories.
Why would they work with labor that are, for example, underage or in poor working conditions?
It just like all companies always try to find the cheapest way to make their products.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are money based and not.
For sure.
It's a sad truth.
They all look
I
at
think
their
it's,
profit.
You know, that's being real, isn't it? I think as much as they try and promote their ethics, I feel that a lot of, you know, the basis is just to make money.
Yeah, it's all about
Especially,
profit.
you know, after the financial crisis, I think it's, you know, they're not going to care much about their image. I think it's a lot more focused on, you know, trying to get their profits up again.
Yeah, and that's why we're starting a petition. So sign our petition about ethics, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Have a
Stay
lovely
tuned.
evening.